time again. Like a graphic back here. It's Myron Smith as he proudly presents, say it,
the Virginia Sweden Film Festival.
See fast-paced, low-budget versions of some of your all-time favorite movies. And that's what the Sweden means. And we're going to be doing it October the 5th at 7 p.m. That's a Friday. And we have got so much video to show that we're going to get right to it. What's the first thing we're going to see?
Well, the first film we'll be playing in the evening is a film that I created for the Greensboro 48-hour film project called Best Behavior.
Did you win?
I did not win, although it had a great reaction from the audience.
It
so
did?
That's all that really matters to me. But it's a really fun project. They basically give you a prop, a line of dialogue, and a character that they choose at random that you have to include in your film.
Gotcha.
That way they know that you didn't write your script ahead of time.
Gotcha.
And then you select the genre out of a hat, so you don't even get to choose.
Can you film it any way you want to?
Well, you can film it any way you want to. They do have
Anywhere?
time restrictions.
You have to film it in Greensboro?
You have to do it. You don't have to film it in Greensboro, but you have to be there for the kickoff event, and you have to be there for drop-off. And you do have to do it in less than 48 hours.
Gotcha.
So being from Martinsville, that gives me a slight disadvantage because I have to
Hour back and
actually...
forth.
Right.
All right. So let's see what he did in 48 hours.
You disobeyed us. You're grounded.
Whatever.
We have got to do something about that child.
Mother?
What do you want?
It's our Jessica. We don't know what to do.
You need to give that girl a good old-fashioned ass whipping.
Well, that's not how we do things anymore.
You send that girl my way. I'll show her a thing or two.
Could we? Could we really let her stay with you?
Are you kidding me? I have things to do with my life. Time is precious.
Even if we paid you?
$500, 2 days.
It's a deal. You're not really gonna whip her though, are you?
What happens at Grandma's house stays at Grandma's house.
Jessica, you're staying at your grandmother's house this weekend. She's getting ready to leave, so you better pack your things.
You got 5 minutes. I'll take that cash up front.
Of course, we're talking about the Virginia Sweden Film Festival coming to Hollywood Cinema on October the 5th. And next, we're going to show some pictures. Tell us what we're going to look at.
Well, earlier this year, we also made a version of The Walrus and the Carpenter. It was kind of a follow-up to last year's production. We did Alice in Wonderland Sweden in 2017.
You get all kind of people to come out to these things. I'm amazed at the folks that we get Holly from the Bulletin and all kind of stuff. She comes out and enjoys it all. Can we wrap through those pictures, guys? They're coming up, they tell us, as we roll through the pictures.
Yeah, last year, this year, Nicole Bridges will reprise her role as Alice. Right here we have Marcy Martin as the Walrus and Andrew McVicker as the Carpenter. We shot their scenes over at the Beaver Creek Reservoir. Then here is Tweedledee and Tweedledum with Alice. Michael and Stephen Arthur.
Some Patriot players there.
Yeah. And they are twin brothers.
Yep.
So
you can't miss those guys.
And they did a fantastic job.
That's the pictures for that show? All right, let's roll on to the next pictures.
Yeah.
Show and tell. At school, I love when we had show and tell. This is Myron show and tell.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. We also have 2 films that'll be featuring the Bad Habit Rabbit, which is a new original character. So in addition to having Sweden films this year, we also have some original films. It's a little bit of a mix. But
that's you, isn't it?
See, well, it's the Bad Habit Rabbit.
This is Myron counting his money.
Yeah.
A little sideways show there. Are you drinking beer?
Well, that's Bunny Weiser.
Okay, Bunny Weiser.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But
there's that.
It's not me though. It's the Bad Habit Rabbit.
I tell you,
and this is
people wanted to call the police on that guy when he was up in the theater.
Oh, did they?
Oh yeah, they were concerned.
Well, yeah, this shot was taken the day we did a film called Cheetahs Never Win.
Right.
And as you see, we have a Chase the Cheetah and the Bad Habit Rabbit.
Right. makeup process. Makeup is one of the hardest things y'all do, isn't it? Getting that right.
It can be. It depends on the production. I know when we were doing Alice in Wonderland last year, for example, there were a lot of characters that had to get into makeup and costume.
And that makes it really frustrating for the director. Come on, be real.
Right. And one thing, too, you have to worry about, for example, something like this. On a hot day, you don't want the makeup to sweat off.
Oh, that's kind of neat. I like that Fast doing it.
Yeah, it gives you an idea of how much time was put into it. I think his makeup job in total, took 3 hours.
Really?
So, yeah, it was quite a challenge.
How did you keep him patient?
Well, I mean, he got to take a couple breaks here and there, I suppose. But one thing, too, is being the Bad Habit Rabbit, that costume produces a lot of sweat also. So, wearing furry costumes in the middle of summer certainly has its
On this level, these
setbacks.
folks don't make a big paycheck either. So
Right.
that's what
Yeah,
makes it
we're
hard for you to...
Yeah, we're pretty
pull
much
all
all
this together.
volunteers.
Yeah.
So.
What's our next thing we're going to take a look at?
Well, I know that one thing we're going to do to end the night off, we're going to show The Little Shop of Horrors Suited. So we have some photos from that and a trailer from that.
And that's the big deal. I mean, and that's what you've been working on here?
Right, yeah. So it's a pretty long feature. It's roughly 30 minutes. And I'm really excited about it. We filmed at a lot of great locations. We filmed at Simply the Best Flowers and Gifts and at Martinsville Family Dentistry.
And the more places you film it, the more people come see your stuff, don't they? Come on. The more things you do, the more people you have involved in your films, the more folks that might come see this big show, right?
I think so, and I think using actual locations makes the film more legitimate than it would be if you were just doing it in a studio somewhere.
Right, I think we got to... Let's get back and look at that poster real quick. And that's the... Myron is famous for his posters. I actually buy them. You gonna get that one for sale this year?
I believe I should have some copies.
Yeah, I'm a purchaser of all the Myron paraphernalia, whatever you call it. But anyway, this is the most current poster. And is that Mal back there?
It is. Mal plays a detective in the film.
He's an interesting character.
And also on the poster, you'll see me in the dentist jacket. And also there's Chris Walker,
right,
that plays Seymour. And then we have Valerie Clark, who plays Audrey.
And we're working on trying to get the mouth here, right?
The mouth?
Is that what you call that? The mouthpiece? I don't know.
Oh, that's well, it's Audrey Jr. Or in the musical version that came out in the 80s, they referred to it as Audrey 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the giant killer plant.
Right.
Yeah, and we're gonna bring that up to Hollywood Mountain. As long as
say
we
you're
make
gonna-
room for it, we just have to clear out the Joe Cheap stuff, and
There you go.
and then we'll make room for the big giant Venus flytrap.
Does that mean Annie Mae's got to move to the side?
I think we may have
Annie
to.
Mae? All right, well, anyway, let me give hats off to you because I say you're the most productive producer we have in our town. And hats off to you because I know how difficult it is. People don't respect it. It's just so hard. Just think about doing that makeup on a hot Sunday afternoon or Saturday afternoon when everybody else is at the pool. And it's frustrating because the directors always say, well, how long is this going to take? And I've been there. I know what it's like to be pressured from every direction.
Well, I appreciate the recognition.
You know what I'm saying? I get it, man. I do commercials and everybody's always like, it's like, just be patient. And I wish I could sell them a chill pill, don't you?
Filmmaking presents many challenges, for sure.
Yes, it does. Myron Smith, as he proudly presents, what edition is this?
This will be the 3rd annual
Yes!
Virginia Suited Film.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there I am pulling a tooth out of
Oh, my God.
Chris Walker's mouth.
You
And
could
that's
be,
at Martinsville Family Dentistry.
you could be a great bad guy.
Well,
Don't
thank
you
you.
think?
I think so.
Yeah,
That's kind of he's sort of a sadistic dentist for sure.
Yeah.
Then we have Jim Woods. He's a prominent figure.
City
in our
councilman
community.
now. You have a prominent city councilman. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know he was on city council.
He got appointed.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, I had him interviewed.
I knew that he was working at Wright's funeral home, but I hadn't heard.
I don't think he works anymore. I think I know he's a city councilman in Martinsville City.
Well, that's
So now
exciting. I know
you
he'll
have
do a great job.
An up-to-date person in your production now.
Yeah, I think he'll do fantastic. There's Nicole Bridges and Catherine Roar.
She's got good makeup. That girl over there, that's good makeup.
Yeah.
I always notice the interesting things. All right, there's the big mouthpiece again.
Bring
I
on
want to
the
see that in person. Can I wear that?
Yeah, didn't its mouth actually move?
Let me It's like a lip sync challenge there.
Oh no, they're actually singing.
They are?
For sure, yeah. This is not actually based off of the musical version, but I wanted to be sure to sort of include that theme song to sort of liven things up.
Everybody can tell whether that's simply the best, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
And
And having Simply the Best agree to do that certainly added a massive amount of production value to the film.
oh yeah,
I could only imagine if I were to purchase all these flowers, what it would cost.
gotcha. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. All right, so folks, if you want to come, be sure to bring a friend, bring your neighbors. It's only 150 seats, and this year it's just going to be one show, right?
That is correct.
So,
yeah.
so how do people get tickets?
It will be at filmfreeway.com/Virginia Sweeted Film Festival.
So, oh my God, that's a mouthful. Say that one more time.
filmfreeway.com/Virginia Sweeted Film Festival.
I'm surprised you have a T-shirt that's got that on it.
Might should do
All
that.
right, we're going to be coming back on again and talking about it. We'll have that better presented. When are we going to do this again? I know we got it scheduled. Don't we have it scheduled one more time?
Yeah, I can't remember what day
I always
it
look
was.
for you to keep us
22nd,
up on these
23rd.
dates.
Well, I've got it on my calendar at home.
Yeah. And Myron always has to deal with our breaking news. He's very patient. Yeah, I think he's learned to be patient when it comes to Star News. Just sit back. It's going to happen sometime. But anyway, love this graphics. You'll see this at the bottom of the hill on the sign. We just love Myron because he's so creative. You're so creative and such a great person in our community because we need more people, more creative people to make our town better.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
the
that.
more folks that create on a regular basis and present it, and it makes the town better. And I think we're on the way. And Myron is desperate, want to go to film school, and we're trying to get that going. So, and I know you're going to film school in Roark now, and you want to go to even bigger film schools, and hats off to you for that too. What can the community do to help you?
Well, I mean, I'm always looking for more people to get involved. I have found that over the past few years, I have been working way too hard to do all of this. So
Need some help.
Yeah, need some people to get involved, you
Right.
know, because I think a lot of times as an artist, you're sort of in a conflict because you want to talk about all the good things you're doing, all the advances, but you don't really want to talk about the struggles or where things are difficult.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people just kind of assume you've already got it together. You don't need any help.
Because it could put you in deep depression, right?
It could, for sure.
That's right.
And I found that a lot of times I'll spend hours working around the clock, and sometimes I'll isolate myself and realize that I'm not getting out much. So I want to work on being able to get some more people involved, so I don't have to be a hermit and everything. But it is important what you said about how it's a good thing for the community because there is a lot of talent in this area, and it's great to have positive, creative outlet where people can.
You got the Patriot players. I think it's a good where young people can, that feel a little weird. I mean, I always felt weird in my life, so, and I get around creative people, and I don't feel so weird.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that is a factor.
Yeah. So it's like that's why I think it's such a great contribution, and so I want folks to come out and see this. I try to help Myron all I can to get this stuff on, and we just like to fill the seats. And one thing I can tell you, that for his one production, he'll have more than most of our Hollywood hits. I mean, it's a big night up here, and it's fun. It's kind of like a social event when people come up here, and you can come in and out if you get maybe tired of watching a film. You can go outside and smoke. Go look at the view, do what you want to. I mean, it turns into a really neat night for the community. So I hope they don't go out and smoke on your films.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess they could, but I think most people stick around for all the films.
I got you.
Yeah.
Myron's gonna slap me.
I was actually I was really impressed, and one of the reasons I've transitioned from the art I used to do now to film is the fact that you do have people's attention span. Because when we 6 years ago, when Youngblood Evil Intentions debuted, I remember it being a sold-out crowd, and I don't believe one person got up out of their seat that whole time.
Right.
But when I was drawing activity books and such like that, people would look at the book, and they might flip through it in less than 30 seconds. They're done looking at it. So with a film, you actually can keep people's attention. You can get instant feedback. You see their reactions.
Yeah.
And yeah, I spent a long time drawing and painting and the performing arts, but I think film is where I belong.
You like it. He likes the film. Okay. All right. Well, it likes you. So come see the Swedish Film Festival, October the 5th at 7 p.m. and make a night of it because it's going to be interesting and it brings all the interesting people out in town, and that's why I like it, just to kind of check everybody out and listen. I love listening to a bunch of weird and interesting people, and that's what I love about this crowd. It's a really is eccentric.
Trying to call us weird? Is that what you're
I'm
saying?
weird. I'm weird. I'm
Eccentric. That's what you were about to say.
Eccentric.
That sounds better.
I think eccentric.
That's better.
I love eccentric people. Yeah. If I had my life as like just put me in a room with eccentric people, and I'd be happy.
It's okay. I know I'm weird. I'll own it.
Yeah, I'll own it too. Yeah. All right. Come see the festival.